Lab 1B, hi, Joe Cerrone. We're going to model these gears using AutoCAD. To get started, we're going to download this file. And then we'll open it. And so what we have here is a gear shape, and then we have the base for it. I'm going to push the wheel on the mouse to be able to pan that. I'm going to go up to this little arrow, and I'm going to say Show Menu Bar. Now, if your screen looks different, your workspace needs to be set for 3D basics. If it looks like this, 3D or two-dimensional drafting, you can then go and switch it over to 3D basics. And then once we have that, I'm going to enable my menu bar. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a region. And so over here, I'm going to say R-E-G-I-O-N, region. I'm going to put a box around the base, hit enter. And what that'll do is it'll tie these different geometries into one continuous geometry. And then I'm going to select extrude, and I'm going to select this outside edge, hit enter, and I'm going to go down 0.125, and then I'm going to do the same for these other two pieces. I'm going to say extrude, select this piece and this one, hit enter, and I'm going to go up. And actually, I'm going to go down through them. And so I'll go down 0.125. And then what I'll do is I'll subtract them from the shape. If I were to look at it from wireframe to conceptual, you'll see that the holes are plugged. And what we'll do is we'll put a like a nail or something through the back of it that'll hold the gears together. So to be able to do that, I need to use the subtract command here. I'll select subtract, I'll select the big piece, hit enter, and then I'll select this and that, hit enter, and that'll make those into holes. And so that part is ready to go. And then over on this part, we're going to do the same technique where we're going to extrude it, and then we're going to subtract those out. And so we'll say extrude, select the outside edge. Now you want it to get all of it, so like that. Hit enter, and then we'll go down 0.125. And then we'll do the same with these other shapes right here. We'll extrude those all down 0.125. And you can do them more than that if you want. I'm going to do those three. I'll hit enter, and I'm going to go down. And I'm going to make them, let's just go purposely too far. So we'll go down 0.6, whatever that is. And then what we'll do is we'll go and we'll subtract those shapes by selecting subtract, select the large piece, hit enter, and then subtract these triangles. I'll do it one at a time. Do it again. Subtract, large piece, hit enter, smaller piece. Whoops. Now if you get the large piece, just do it again. So you can come back here, subtract, large piece, enter, and you just want the one by itself. And we'll do it one more time. Actually, I have one more to do. Big piece, enter, small piece. When you use subtract, you have to do it, select the larger piece, because think of it as like a fish swimming in the ocean. The little fish can't eat the big fish. You have to have the larger geometry subtracted, or the smaller geometry subtracted from the larger piece. Okay, we can make a copy of this. We'll just type in copy. hit enter. We'll move it from here, or copy it from here to here, and then we'll hit escape. We'll save the file, file, save as. And I'm not sure, as I'm looking at it, whether the holes got subtracted in here. It doesn't look like it did, so let's do that one again. So let's try that again. Subtract. Select the large piece, hit enter. Try it one more time. Sometimes they have more than one geometry on top of each other. Well, we'll make that work at some other point. I'm not sure why it's not subtracting it, but we can certainly, if we wanted to, draw a cylinder right here in the center. That's why. Okay, so if I go to wireframe, I can see what happened. And what happened was this one wasn't extruded. So we'll extrude that. And then we'll subtract it. Enter, part to subtract. There we go. And we'll delete this one. And we'll copy that. Hit escape. We can take a look at that as a conceptual. And then what we'll do is we'll save this file, save as, and we'll save that as your initials, exercise 1B. And I'm going to put in a letter to keep myself straight on that. So we'll turn this file into the Dropbox, and then we'll also export. File, export, and we're going to say other formats, and we're going to export this as a stereolithography, and I'm going to say gear base, and I want you to put your initials on these so that we know whose they are when we print them. And I'll hit save, and then I'll select the gear base, hit enter, and then I'll export again. And we'll say gear 1. Use your initials. And we'll select it, hit enter. And then we'll do the same for the other one, export. And we'll say gear 2. That completes the modeling part of this exercise. What we'll do with the parts once we've modeled them is we'll bring them into the slicer. And so we'll take these parts, save them after we've modeled them, and then we'll turn them into the Dropbox. To turn them into the Dropbox, you just go to the Assignments tab and you'll attach them into the Project 1. And that completes this video.